Welcome back to Reading Bear. Today, we will take a look at some new I Don't Work Here Lady stories. And if you enjoyed my content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and post some bear emojis in the comments. Let's go!
The first story is titled, I Do Work Here Lady. As you may have guessed, I work in a public library. The floor is open plan, with a service desk where we keep staff computers, etc. We're often not behind this desk serving customers. We don't wear uniforms, but do wear name badges that clearly identify us as staff. I'll be me, crazy lady will be CL. Me, having returned from helping a customer find a book, to see a large queue at the desk, I speak to CL. Me, hi, can I help? CL, who are you? Me, I'm disgusted librarian, I work here, showing her my badge. CL, no you don't, you're not behind the desk. Me. Steps behind the desk. Me to CL, hi, can I help? CL, yes, can you? The next story is titled, My 3-year-old students read better than you. I have never been mistaken as an employee because I'm usually with other people, or if I'm alone I have a bright purple bag on my shoulders that screams, I don't work here. Oh, how the turntables. I work at a daycare during my college breaks and our uniforms are khaki pants and a blue polo like every retail store ever. Now, I teach 2/3-year-olds so my days are long and hectic, which means I tend to go immediately home from work. Until last Friday. I had some holiday shopping to do and I didn't want to run out later, so I took the plunge and went to the store known for khakis and blue polos and/or vests. That was an obvious mistake. So I go in, grab a basket and start shopping, navigating the holiday retail madness. I've got some candy, some PJ pants and a sweater in my basket when I'm standing in the shoe aisle browsing slippers for my mum. Cue the lady with an overflowing cart who I'll refer to as Colossal Idiot or CB. So CB flies down the aisle and comes to a screeching halt by my side. I'm blissfully unaware, looking at some Fox slippers when I hear a loud, excuse me, and a nudge from the cart. I look up, see CB, sheepishly smile and go, sorry. Before scooting out of the way because I think she wants to get through. Where are the Christmas sweaters? She demands, frowning like she just smelled the nastiest fart. I raise an eyebrow before the obvious hits me. I chuckle and shake my head. Sorry, I know I look like I work here but I don't. I then point to the gigantic logo on my polo, which is a very large bird with the words, Flowers Schools, around it. Oh, but if that was the end of it we wouldn't be here, would we? The convo that followed went like this. CB, ugh, lazy kids these days. Just tell me where your Christmas sweaters are. Me, listen, ma'am, I don't work here. I work at Flowers Schools. It says it on my shirt. CB, stop lying and just help me. I'm usually a very anxious and spineless person, but sometimes the angry confrontational a-hole inside of me pops out. This is one of those few times. Me, look lady, my 3-year-old students read better than you. I don't work here. I work at Flowers Schools. I'll spell it out for you, Flowers Schools. I spelled Sue slowly and I could just see the realization hit this lady's face, but oh no, she's not finished. CB, I want to speak to your manager. Me, you'll have to go to my actual job to do that. Have a nice day ma'am, maybe you should read more. I grabbed the Fox slippers and walked away, feeling slightly triumphant at the fact that I for once did not cry while being verbally berated. The next story is titled, Lady Throws Food That I Paid for wearing a green shirt. I get some free food, lady gets kicked out. This was just a few days ago. So I went to a Subway to get some lunch, since Subway is my favorite fast food chain, and I just ordered my usual sandwich. The place I go to isn't very busy, so the employees mess around in the back. Enter stage ooh. Debrief on characters, me. Ooh, entitled Woman CSW 1 Cool Subway Worker 1 CSW 2 Cool Subway Worker 2. As I was eating my sandwich, I get a tap on the shoulder and a throat clear. I look back, thinking it was an employee. It was ooh. Me, yes? Ooh, what do you mean, yes, get off break and make me a sandwich. Me, I don't work here, sorry. Ooh, stop lying, it is so obvious you work here. Points at green shirt, and besides no one else is here. Me, I am sorry, but I just don't work here. Ooh, screaming, yes you do. Stop being lazy, you bleach. She throws my food across the subway. The workers hear and come out to investigate. CSW1, what is going on here? Me, she. Before I could finish, she interrupts saying, "Ooh, he is swearing at me, saying I'm fat and refusing to make me food. I want him fired." CSW2, he doesn't work here, ma'am. He's one of our usuals. Me, she also threw my food, by the way. They finally notice the sandwich on the floor. CSW1, ma'am, leave. Like now. Ooh, I want my sandwich. CSW1, we're calling the police. As soon as they said that, she ran as fast as she could out of here, trying to avoid trouble. CSW2, you want another sandwich, a crispy chip? Me, yeah, thanks. I got my sandwich and a cookie. Interesting lunch. The next story is titled, You're Always a Waitress, It Doesn't Matter What Restaurant We're In. I'm a waitress at a local restaurant. On my day off, I scheduled a lunch date with a guy from school. Traffic was brutal, so he was running late. I was sitting at my table, looking at the menu. Note, this is not the restaurant I work at, it isn't the same kind of food as the restaurant I work at, it is geographically nowhere near the restaurant I work at. A woman came up and took my menu out of my hands. Why are you just sitting here? We've been waiting for service for 45 minutes. No, they hadn't. They came in the same time I did, 10 minutes ago, and they had already gotten drinks. Ma'am, I don't work here. I didn't recognize her at this point. Don't lie to me, you're a waitress, you served me just last week, don't you remember? I vaguely remember her coming into my restaurant now because she complained her meal wasn't served with hot sauce, then sent it back because it was too spicy. I am a waitress at local Mexican restaurant, but I am not a waitress at local burger bar. She says, same difference. You're a waitress. Get a pen and paper and take down our orders. I am a waitress, but not here. I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch like you are. I am not employed here in any capacity. To which she replies, but you're a trained waitress and this place is clearly running behind. Don't you people take an oath or something? A little bit of r/malicious compliance kicked in, because I rarely get to stand up to this kind of stupidity in my role as a server, because 99.9% of the time it happens while I'm actually at work. So I went over to their table with a pen and paper from my backpack. I wrote down all their orders. I said it would be 45 minutes and to just sit tight. I even brought over ketchup they asked for, just grabbed off another table, then I left. I texted my date to meet me at a place a few blocks over. The next day, the lady had called my boss at my actual restaurant, as well as totally unleashed on the manager at the restaurant I was dining at. I felt bad when I realized the tough spot I'd left the people who actually worked there in, so went back the next day to apologize and follow up on the aftermath. Thankfully they were chill and we had a great laugh over it. They were like, we were so confused because she described the server with explicit details, but no one remotely like that works here, so we thought she'd lost her mind. My boss knew who I was from her description and told them he takes this very seriously and asked what day this occurred. Then when they told him, he said, you must be mistaken, because that's that server's day off and she wasn't here. After some irate yelling and screaming at my very friendly manager about how I still need to represent the restaurant wherever I go, she gave up. Now to just cross my fingers she doesn't come by my actual restaurant, haha. The next story is titled, Would I Be Naked If I Worked Here? I went clothes shopping today. The dressing room had a 6-item limit and I had more than 6 things to try on, so left some with the dressing room clerk at the desk. I folded up the things I'd tried on that I wasn't buying and brought them to the clerk and exchanged them for new items. As I was doing this, a woman tapped me on the shoulder saying, hey, carry these in here please, I guess assuming I was a clerk too. I don't work here. Sure you do, I just saw you folding clothes. I was returning those items. I'm in a hurry here. Excuse me. And I walked off because I didn't have time to get into it with her and try on everything I needed to. Hey. She followed me. Thankfully the desk clerk saw her and went over to help her, so she left me be. I went into the changing room, put on an outfit, and stepped out to see it in the full-length mirror. Bear in mind I had changed my clothes at this point. I don't know how this didn't make it clear that I was shopping. But she asked, can you get this for me in a smaller size? I pretended to not hear her and rushed back into my dressing room to avoid the confrontation. Apparently I was in such a hurry that I did not properly latch the door. Because, sliding the dress over my head, tits flopped out in the breeze, this woman follows after me and opens the door. I take the dress off and see her staring mouth agape, and she just says, "You really don't work here, do you?" Stunned, but mostly irritated, I reply, "Would I be naked if I worked here?" She walked away, I shut the door and finished up. When I came out to give my next round of items to the clerk, the woman was waiting for me. She apologized over and over and said she'd been on autopilot all day. I told her not to worry about it and I hoped she enjoyed the show. I wonder what the clerk thought happened. The next story is titled, "I don't work here, why not do this again?" Now, I am pretty much a fixture in the local grocery store. Almost every day I am in there because I like to cook, but I don't always remember to get all the ingredients and have to go back. I am in the grocery store so much I know most of the staff by name. A couple of my neighbors even work there. But anyway. I was walking around the aisles picking up beef broth, vegetables and whatnot when I saw a lady wandering the aisle aimlessly. So I thought I would be considerate and ask her if I could help her. The elderly lady was looking for baking goods. I know the store like the back of my hand and know where it is. As we walked to the baking aisle, we struck up a conversation. The sweet elderly lady asked me if I would help her with her shopping because she had never been in the store before. I said sure, why not? I wasn't in no big hurry, I mean I live in the apartments right behind the store. I mean actually behind the store. I can stand on my patio, take off a shoe and actually hit the back of it. We wound up doing all of her shopping together. She began to tell me about her kids and grandkids and she was soon to be a great-grandmother. She is a very pleasant woman. I actually learned a few things she told me that she had seen in her lifetime. We walked the aisles taking the items on her list and throwing them in the shopping cart and she would check the items off. Finally, about half an hour later, we proceeded to check out. I told her I would be right back because I almost forgot what I had gone there for. As I returned to the register, the elderly lady was telling the manager what a nice employee I was and didn't want me to get in trouble for taking up my time. Dean, the manager smiled. And told her that I don't there. The elderly lady looked at me puzzled and apologized to me for taking up so much of my personal time. I told her I was in no rush and that I live in the apartments nearby. It turns out she just moved several apartments away across the apartment complex. We walked home to our apartments. She smiled and asked me why I helped her if I didn't work there. I told her that my parents raised me to help others without reward. I gave her the groceries. I told her if she needed help or wanted to go shopping, let me know. The elderly woman said she did her shopping every Monday and if I wouldn't mind going and company. I told her it was very kind of her to try and keep me from getting fired even though I don't work there. So now I have a shopping buddy and someone to talk with and share coupons. I know this doesn't have a screaming entitled Karen or brat, but I just wanted to share this I don't work here story. So thanks for reading. Have a great day. The next story is titled, "Thank You for the New Phone and a Limp." A while ago, while I was in my break from the retail store that I work at, I was shopping in the electronics store directly next to the store I work at. I was wearing the store uniform, which is a very distinctive red and khaki with a jacket on top, as well as my name tag which very clearly states what store I work at. Anyways, enter crazy mum and her 4 kids. I hear this piercing whistle from behind me a few times, so I looked over my shoulder because crap damn it was loud. And this lady is barreling towards me with her kids in tow. As I turned to her to see what all the hustle and whistling was about, she grabbed my wrist and knocked my phone out of my hand. I then look down and can see glass shards everywhere as the phone is smashed to hell. So I give her the classic, "What the duck, lady?" to which she responded by hysterically screaming that employees should not be texting while working and that I should be ashamed of keeping her waiting because I was texting. I then turned away and she kicked my ankle as I walked away. I tripped, sprained my ankle, face planted and nailed my shoulder on the shelving. Her kids started laughing and pointing. About this point was when an employee arrived and was able to help me up and see if I was okay. Now she finally thinks for a second and a whole new look came over her face as she realized that I don't work at this store in the first place. Then another new look as I told the employee to call the police. She started pleading with me that it was just a mistake and that she was just having a bad day. Long story short, she was arrested on assault charges and eventually had to first replace my phone, second was given 350 hours community service, third I was awarded a decent sum of money, and my personal favorite is that she has to pay for and attend therapy sessions for the next 3 years. On account of her rage issues. The next story is titled, So You Can Shop But I Can't? A few years back I was a store manager for a denim brand in a big mall. One day somebody drove into a power pole or something, and one half of the mall's power went out. Luckily for my team and I, we were on the now dark side. Power outages are generally loved in retail because you have to have all customers leave to store due to safety. Then if you're lucky, it's too dark to accomplish any work. So you sit and wait and get paid. At least until an impatient customer comes along and expects the circumstances and their rules to be different for them. It'll just be us, says the 40-something father next to his clearly embarrassed 15-ish-year-old son. We'll be really quick, we only want to try on a couple pairs. Bottom line and easiest excuses include, it's against policy, and/or, I can't put your safety at risk. I was feeling frisky and went with, sir, even if you could see what you were doing in here, I don't have the ability to ring up your purchase. So unfortunately no. He was annoyed, but they walked away. I had been looking into getting a new phone at the time, and like every mall, there was a cell phone kiosk right outside my store. It was daytime, so the skylights allowed me to still see my options. While talking with the cell phone guys, I get a text from a coworker inside the store. It just said, turn around. Standing at my store again is the man and his, I don't want to be here, son. And the way the man looked at me can only be described as the best resting idiot face a man in cargo shorts can accomplish. After a few more minutes I head back to my store where the man says to me, so you get to shop but I don't. Retail employees rarely get their way, so I decided to truly enjoy this moment. With the biggest, happiest of customer service smiles I responded, sir, you are absolutely right. Enjoy your day. He later returned to inform me that he'd bought our products at Macy's and gotten them 30% off. Oh, and that I should be ashamed of myself. To which I replied once again with the biggest of smiles, Macy's carries our outlet line, which are 40% off online currently. I hope you enjoy our products. Sometimes the customer isn't right, and it feels so good. The next story is titled, Sorry ma'am, flight attendants aren't actually airport employees. A few days ago I was between flights in the RSW airport grabbing a cup of coffee. I'm in my flight attendant uniform and I get approached every once in a while, and I do my best to be polite and help people out since most airport questions are easily answerable. A woman approached me and asked where the smoking area is. I'm not a smoker and I've only been to this airport a few times, so I'm not actually sure. Me, a smoking area? I think I saw one over by the Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not sure if there's one on this side. Lady, way over there? That's the other side of the airport. Are you sure there's not one over here? Mind you, this is fairly small airport, it takes about 5 minutes to get across the entire terminal. Me, I'm sorry ma'am, I've only been here a few times, actually. I work out of Minneapolis, so this airport is pretty foreign to me, hee hee. Maybe you should ask one of the gate agents or someone working at the coffee shop? I try a charming laugh. Lady, but I'm asking you now. Why can't you be helpful here? She's getting frustrated with me. Me, again, I don't actually work here. Us flight attendants don't actually spend a ton of time at the airports we go to. I don't know the layout. My coffee arrives and I ask the barista about smoking areas. Barista, there's a smoking area just over there, you can actually see it from where you're standing, ma'am. It's literally 50 feet away. I hadn't noticed it since I don't smoke. Things like this usually aren't on my radar. Me, oh, it's right there. Nice. Just for future reference, ma'am, flight attendants aren't actually airport employees, so we're kind of helpless with things like this. Ha ha. Have a great day, alright? I'm trying to be charming. Lady, HMMPH. Then why did you try to send me all the way to the other side of the ducking planet if it's right there? Whatever. Learn how to do your job, a hole. She walks to the smoking area in a huff. The barista and I looked at each other in silence for a few seconds before sharing a quick laugh. I swear, I did my best to be helpful even though I didn't actually work there. Even after explaining this, the woman insisted that I worked at the airport. The next story is titled, I Hate Clappers. This just happened today. I'm at my local Wally World, Walmart, dressed in my Hawaiian shirt, shorts, and just not looking anything like an employee of Walmart. I am with my cart, grabbing chips and salsa for a gathering I have this evening. A nice gal of about 5'0" asked me to help her get some chips from the upper shelf. Why is it the shelves for the chips are always empty at this Walmart? I, being 6'6", get asked often to grab things from the high shelves. I feel for you vertically challenged folks. So I grab the chips and pass them to her. She thanks me and goes on her way. Then it happens. The huff. I turn and see her. She says, now that you're done flirting, where can I find the batteries? I chuckle and say, well, what kind? She cuts me off and starts clapping. Where? Clap, clap, the clap batteries. Clap. I then say, I'm sorry, you don't need to clap, I don't work here. She cuts me off again and says, don't have me get your manager. Where? Clap, clap, the clap batteries. Now I knew what she was asking, but being that I hate clappers, it's the rudest form of communication possible. I say, they are over in the automotive section. Just talk to one of the service techs out there. She storms off. I continue my shopping when about 5 minutes later, I hear the scream. That's not what I wanted. Where is that at $H, l'associate? I start grinning, here it comes. She hunts me down and says, they only have car batteries there. I wanted small batteries for electronics. I look at her, I smile, and then say, you clap where clap, not clap specific. Clap. Her mouth drops open, she gasps like I just stole all the oxygen from the area. She then says, where is your manager? Now I work remotely for my company, my manager works in a different state. I say to her, likely in St. Louis. As I tried to tell you lady, I clap don't, clap, work, clap, here. I then turn and walk away, while she spews hate and vulgarity in my direction. I am calling it a good day. Don't clap at me. I'm not performing for you. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and post some bear emojis in the comments.